All right, first of all, I'm going to make a bet. None of you guys have ever seen anything like that before in your lifetime. Is that a good bet?
Yeah.
You guys just joined us. My name's Todd Drever. I'm also known as Safari Todd. I'm a conservation educator. I'm also a large animal handler and trainer. And you've just met two of my best friends. This right here is Meatloaf, and this is actually Growler. Now, Growler's the smartest alligator I've ever worked in my entire lifetime. This is the guy right here we have to watch out for. If you notice, he started to come up and turn his body sideways in order to feed, which is bad for us as trainers. They're supposed to come straight on. What he's trying to do is trying to get us completely sideways so he can collapse his tail and his body around you. And if that happens successfully, guess what will happen to me? I will disappear. So he's trying to keep me honest. There's another huge alligator that just came in. I don't know who that is. That might be pseudo growler, but it might be lumpy. Let's find out who it is. There's two alligators right there. Bone Crusher, come here! Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bone Crusher. Come here, big guy.
This is awesome.
That was pretty wild. I never heard him talk to him before.
Higher.
Yeah, right?
Look at him! Just kidding. Come here, come back. You can tell where that one is. Got your head up. Higher. One more time. You come. Not you. Head up. Really? Head up. Higher. That was so delicate, that was scary. The first one, you hit a pop. What that is compression of air. They close down their jaw so hard, the air in the muzzle does not time to expand here in the compression noise. Just to give you a good understanding, ladies and gentlemen, this one right here, 1,500 pounds of pressure. That's a holy moo cow, right? Nah, this right here is a holy moo cow. Come here, you. Crusher, come here. Head up. Hold on, tight. Head up. That jaw right there, 3,000 pounds of pressure on the pop.
Wow.
The machine that crushes cars in a junkyard down to a small box works on $3 grand. So sticking a hand in the wrong spot here is just like sticking a hand in a car crusher. The whole thing's not very high on the intelligence scale. Now, I am also going to tell you, it took a long time to get these guys to be trained as well as they are. But guess what? It doesn't take a whole lot to train them to come to people. It takes 5 feedings. That's it. 5. Once they recognize you as a source of food, here's the bad news. You are a source of food forever. Which means, when you're in the wild, if you throw a marshmallow at an alligator, or you throw a hamburger top, or fish guts in the wild, you're training alligators to come to people as a source of food. After 5 feedings, that animal is now one of the most dangerous animals on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, an alligator this size would bite down, drag me out in the water, spin me around, take about 1 minute, 30 seconds for me to drown, then the friends would come over and throw a barbecue. Okay? I gotta tell you, I've had the dubious task of investigating 6 attacks on humans in my 23-year career working with crocodiles and alligators. Guess how many of those alligators were hand-fed?
All of them.
Every single one of them. Guys, when you hand-feed alligators in the wild, oh, by the way, hand-feeding, how appropriate is that? Alligators have no clue the food stops and the hand starts, nor do they care. And guess what, guys? 100% of the time when you hand-feed that alligator, you're endangering everybody that comes down to that bank after you. And guess what you also do? You kill that animal. You see, when alligators start coming up on land, people freak out and they call Fish and Game. Fish and Game has trappers in the state of Florida. The trappers in our state are not paid by the state. They're only paid by meat and hide. So no matter what that guy tells you about the nice, warm, fuzzy feeling that you're going to get when the alligator leaves your property, as soon as the alligator leaves your property, it takes a 12-gauge slug right here in the forehead. Now what I can tell you is that every time we hand feed these guys and they get killed, it's unnecessary. And my dad taught me one of the biggest lessons I've ever had, which was you should never be the needless cause of the death of an animal in the wild. I gotta tell you, every time one of those guys gets shot in the forehead because being hand-fed it, it's pretty needless. Do I have any questions from you guys real quick?
Why do you have the sulfur?
Why do I have the sulfur? Well, actually, you know what's really amazing? All the groundwater here running through the chasms and the ground sources here run through natural deposits of the mineral sulfur. That's actually, the sulfur actually solutes in the water as it goes by. Then the sulfur comes in contact with the air, it oxidizes and turns into hydrogen sulfide gas. That's the smell you get.
Well, I mean, this isn't what they normally live in.
If they're in Florida, yeah. Yeah, it could be here. It could be there could be brackish water in some areas. So alligators are actually pretty adjustable. They can go in all different types of water types.
How old is it?
People with beef today, they don't care what it is, but beef is what we're feeding today. Yes, sir. You know what? I think there were just personalities that got named. Like Meatloaf, he had a busted leg. It kind of looked like Meatloaf. That got his name. Bone Crusher shattered a big, huge bone and turned it into like dust. This one right here, this is actually, who is this? Well, this is Smiley. This one here, when it opens up, the teeth all over the place. This one right here is, who are you? Cross-eyed. This is Stumpy. Stumpy, head up. Come on, bring the head up. Yeah, this is Stumpy. Watch live. Come on, go one. Come on, one more. One more. Come on up there. Come on, one more. Get a head up. Head up. Come here. That leg right there is missing part of a leg. Missing half of its tail and a few toes. Don't be saying, oh, she loves to fight. She's really bad at it.
How old is this?
The oldest one I have here is probably 65 years old. He's down the back of the park. His name's Jaws. Come here, Bone Crusher. Crusher. Excuse me. Over here. That's not one. Bone Crusher, you go. Hey, over here. Woohoo! Hello.
They're just going to get attacked.
Jeez, I don't want to
Are you
witness
home?
nothing today.
Hi. Come here, go. Head up.
He can do TV, this guy, right?
He's so gentle today, it's kind of scary. Come here. You come here. By the way, they have to lift their head out of the water to feed. Alligators and crocodiles have a flatness skin in the back of their throat that actually stays sealed when they're unsubmerged. They have to come up in order to consume their prey.
What keeps them from not biting you?
Training.
You trust them enough that they would never bite you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's some fun facts. #1 animal attack in North America. What is it?
Dog.
Canines. How many dogs attack humans each year reported in North America?
Over
It starts
5,000.
with a 4.
100,000.
And higher.
Million. 400,000.
Who said 4 million? Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. 4 million attacks. And ladies and gentlemen, it gets worse. 40 deaths by canines in people's homes in North America each year. Fido is the #1 most dangerous animal in North America. Ladies and gentlemen, I can take every wildlife death for the past 10 years and squish them together. It still does not match 1 year for canine. Think I'm worried about this? I'm worried about your chihuahua. In reality, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, parents that have kids, here's the #1 attack is on children and adult males, by the way, are the two highest attack categories. When your kids have a dog they do not know, come near them. Teach them to put their hands down, look down at the ground, not at the animal straight in the eye, let the animal come up and say hi to your kids first. Do not ever try to pet a dog on top of the head you don't know. Guys, it's a dominance move. You ever see dogs when they want to dominate each other, they jump on each other's back? When you put your hand on top of the dog, what are you doing? You're jumping on its back, theoretically speaking. It's going to defend itself. So I'm going to tell you right now, here's the deal. These guys are well trained. If your dog is well trained, does it bite anybody? No. Are these guys well trained? Obviously. So we still have to be careful. There's still wildlife. But here's the deal. Okay? There's not a single one of you guys get off this planet alive. You know that, right? So I can live in fear every day, or I can come out and do what I love to do and share it with millions of people each year. Guess what I want to do? I want to enjoy my life. I want to interact with some animals that are fantastic, and I want to share it with people every chance I get. And I got to tell you guys something. Hey kids, I've wanted to do this for a living since I was this tall. I had a whole bunch of people in my lifetime tell me that I'd never, ever, ever be able to do this. Guess what? I didn't listen to any of them. And I kept studying, I kept learning and working hard, and guess what? I don't work anymore, and now I play for a living. By the way, that goes for you adults too. Don't ever give up your dreams. I got to be honest with you. I play every single day, and I get paid for it. It's not a bad gig, and I get to share it with you guys every day. So I got to tell you guys, first of all, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for coming out and spending your money here, because without you, I wouldn't have a job. The second thing is that when you're out here working with these animals, to have the relationship with them is fantastic. Those two cats on the underminer as well. We're going to go in there and work with them in just a few minutes as well. So if you guys, after you're done with the boat ride, come out here and we'll be working with those guys. Any other questions at all from you folks? Any others? No? Yes, ma'am. It took me to train one of them 5 feedings to come to me. Yeah, so not a lot. And by the way, we were in the water with them in 6 months. There's 10 to 12 guys left on the planet that work alligators above 10 foot. Guess how many go in the water to feed them?
1.
2, and they both work here. I'm one and my apprentice the other. What's that, ma'am? No, these are all captive-born animals. But here's the deal: alligators that come to people are much more dangerous than ones that run away. Wild ones that are not hand-fed, they see a human, they take off. When they're hand-fed and they come to you, they're much more dangerous. And I got news for you: as soon as I go in the water, their ability to move and how strong they are dwarfs our ability to move and our power substantially. These guys are much more dangerous in the water than they are on land. By the way, you guys know what to do if you're being chased by an alligator, right? How are you supposed to run? Zigzag. Don't ever do that. That's the world's worst piece of alligator information ever created. Alligator's bottom jaws work just like yours. Open your mouth nice and wide. Ah. Now close it. What jaw moved? Your top or bottom jaw?
Bottom.
Say bottom. Please. Alien child. Who was that? Hey guys, the bottom jaw is the one that moves. Alligators are built the same way. So when alligators are on land, their bottom jaw is on the ground. They have to lift their head, drop the bottom jaw. That forces them on land to tilt their head side to side to feed. Or zigzag. Yeah, you run zigzag, they go zigzag. You're helping them out, a lot. Guys, being chased by an alligator, do you guys see the person to your right? Trip them, then run. You'll be fine. Guys, you know what? Alligators only have about 20 yards of gas, and then they run out of it. Okay, so all you have to do is outrun them for 20 yards. And I got news for you. If an alligator chases you, you will go faster than them for 20 yards. Okay? Matter of fact, remember guys, you get a better chance of getting struck by lightning, you get a better chance of getting $1 million scratch off, or a hole-in-one in our state. Do we have anybody play golf in the audience? You guys, if you play golf, this is my advice to you. Hit the lottery and a hole-in-one the same day. Stay the heck away from the water holes for the rest of the day. That's my advice to you guys. Oh, and thank you guys for coming out. We're going to see you one more time before you leave, but right now it's time for your boat ride. Over the bridge to the left-hand side, your vessel awaits departure. Rhiannon is your driver. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
No, thank you.